Today's topic is very difficult for many, as most of my topics are. Self-forgiveness and moving on. Self-forgiveness is difficult for a lot of people because it's melded who they are. And all of those things, all of those negative aspects of everything they've done or everything that they may regret, it has cemented itself in their brain. You have to accept where you are, and you have to accept that everything has happened. You can't change it, and I hate to say it. I hate to say that you can't just change it like that. Honestly, you just have to accept the foundation that you've made for yourself. See all of the good things about everything you've done. See all of the bad things. Think about the change and think about the growth and the lessons learned. And that allows you to move on. Because moving on is the most important part. You have to be able to move on from all the pain to be able to love yourself. Because if your self-image of yourself is something that you dislike, then it's going to continue to be that way, and you won't forgive yourself for all of those things because that self-love is not there. You have to be able to understand that in the future, you're going to be thinking about so little of what happens today or what you may even be stressing about mentally. There's a lot that happens in history that may seem like something that isn't going to go away or that's going to be stuck on your mind. But if you just allow yourself to understand that everybody else, their life is moving just as fast. And they'll get over it. If they don't, then that's hard on them. It shouldn't be affecting you. It shouldn't be influencing you negatively. Even for things that you've done, you can still change that. There's still so much time. You have to be forgiving. You have to understand that you're not perfect, and it takes all of that time and all of the mistakes to realize what you need to do and what you need to, just what you need to cement in your brain. You need to understand that. I've done a lot of bad things. I'm learning from it. It doesn't make my opinion of myself any worse. I mean, as much as it does, it just gave me reason before, more reason to want to change and to do better, to give myself more freedom to really forgive myself. Because the more you better yourself, the more you make up for it. You have to be able to make the change as you would have to see the difference in somebody to forgive them for what they've done and see it from a different perspective. It's not just for other people. You have to do that for yourself. And something else to add about moving on, to really be able to do that, you have to know what you want. You have to see the things you're passionate about, and you have to see the branches, the paths that you have. There are so many options, and there are so many ways to put all the pieces of who you are together into the future that you want. It's all about just learning your values. A lot of people don't know what their values are, and it's hard for them to move on because of everything in their history. Have you really taken a second to think about what you value? To think about what you really want to do? It's difficult to, but try to think of the most uninfluenced, passion and path that you want to go on. The most uninfluenced answer of what you really want in life. And of course, you have to be realistic in a sense, but there's so much that is within that realm of realism, and people set the peak of what is possible too low due to the lives that they've lived and due to their experiences, and everyone's different. So I think one of the most important parts of moving on is really just going for it after you've taken some time to self-reflect on your actions and your wants. Remember, stay hydrated.